Welcome or welcome back to my Lobotomy Corporation bedtime story reading. This is Hitori, and I will be helping you fall asleep with some ambient audio from our favorite game as I learn more about Lobotomy Corporation's abnormals. Let's begin. In the last video, we read about one sin and hundreds of good deeds. This one is the very next abnormality I got while playing my first game. This one is called Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast F-02-44 appears as a quadruped abnormality covered in brown fur. It has two downward curled horns with round magenta flowers sprouting from them, an uncountable number of green eyes, two black hind legs similar to a cricket, and two forelegs with four-toed, red-tipped feet. It also has a black underbelly, stump tail, two red curved lines on its side, possibly a scar or a set of gills, and a set of mandibles with red lips in between them. Its right foreleg is partially black and flecks of color. The abnormality is not the creature itself, but is instead the curse that creates the beast. Okay, this is actually quite important. The ability. Its special ability activates when repression is used on it twice in a row, even by different employees. If repression is done a second time without another work being done in between, the original abnormality will die, and the agent who did the work will turn into the new Beauty and the Beast, considered dead at the end of the transformation. During my game, it's actually quite surprising that I did not get to witness that. But maybe next time when I can get my hands on Beauty and the Beast again, I would like to observe this kind of transformation. Well, considering I was always in a hurry getting into the energy goal for the day, it's possible that I have another thing running together aside from having work done with Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, moving on. Origin. Beauty and the Beast story starts with the creature being a count who is resigned to only live in its castle and never leave. Still, it could hire people to work in the castle. Beauty, a poor woman with green eyes, was hired to work in the castle for a high wage, a job nobody else would accept because of the rumor that anyone who enters the castle is never heard from again. Despite never seeing the creature and her generous pay, Beauty eventually grew greedy and wanted the entire fortune and castle for herself. She decided to enter the count's room one day, and feeling pity for the creature she found there, stabbed the creature with a knife. This action caused Beauty to become the monster, but she now had a fortune and castle for herself. It's implied that other people, also driven by their own greed, met the same fate before and after Beauty. Where Beauty and the Beast was found and how it arrived in Lobotomy Corporation is still unknown. But if the story is true, it was likely found in the same castle where the story took place. Story. A self-loathing abnormality that spends every day letting out miserable screams. It wishes to break the cycle of the curse, but there is no way to do so. Beauty was once a fair lady with charming green eyes. One day, this poor lady learns of a job opening at the manor of the Count. The Count had a monstrous appearance. Rumor says anyone who dares to enter his manor is never seen again. It must be that hideous monster preying on people. With that thought in her mind, she brought a very sharp knife with her. The lady was hired and worked at the manor. Contrary to the rumor, the monster was nowhere to be seen. Sometimes at night, she could hear a voice. It was very kind and compensated her for her troubles handsomely. Working in the manor, the lady bore a greedy thought. If the Count was gone, I could take all his possessions for myself. One day, she went inside the Count's room, the room that she was instructed to never enter during the day. There she saw the Count's true form. He was truly horrendous. Hundreds of eyes, 4 legs. He was neither human nor animal. The lady thought, perhaps such a hideous monster would be better off if it didn't exist. She proceeded to stab the beast with her knife. Surprisingly, the beast laughed in its last moments. Before the lady could even ask why it was laughing, she began to change. Hundreds of eyes formed, and a thick coat of fur grew on her. Soon, she turned into the beast. Now, the manor and all its riches belong to her. Rumor says anyone who dares to enter the Count's manor is never seen again. Trivia: Beauty and the Beast's name is a reference to the French fairy tale written by Gabrielle Suzanne Barbot de Villeneuve. Beauty and the Beast's eye color was probably inherited by Beauty, who, as mentioned in the encyclopedia entries, also had green eyes. The rumor claimed that all who entered the castle died, suggesting that something in Beauty and the Beast compels people who enter its presence to kill it. But the more likely reason is overwhelming greed to inherit the fortune, like in Beauty's story. If you have any helpful information to add about Beauty and the Beast, Abno, feel free to jot down your thoughts down at the comment section. I am very interested how you feel about this Abno, as well as when you first got it. It would also be nice to know if you have any tips for anybody that just started playing this game. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I hope you rest easy.